I am here with the one and only Cody Walker. Can you tell us about this event and how long you've been working with it?
The whole idea behind FuelFest was just to create something like super inclusive of car culture. I mean, if you walk around, there's a little bit of everything at our shows, which has always been what it's about, is like bringing everyone together with a shared passion, and at the same time helping to support Reach Out Worldwide, which Paul founded, 10 years ago, 13 years ago now, and so here we are, and it's awesome to be back here in Florida. It's great.
So I'm assuming you've walked around a little bit today. Is there anything that you've seen that's really surprised you or caught your eye more than normal?
I think, we do these shows all over now, and like every market's a little bit different. The way that people build cars, it's a little bit different. Florida, the landscape here is different. You guys have big open, roadways here, so like big power cars are like really the jam out here. LS power, like all the things, it seems like it's very popular out here. I don't know. I think there's like a Cayenne, like a Porsche Cayenne, like drift car over there.
Cayenne fam.
Pretty wild. I'm just getting started though. There's so much I still haven't seen.
I feel like
the whole show yet.
I could lap the entire show probably 2 or 3 times and still be surprised by some of the stuff I've seen here.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing that I saw that I thought was interesting, and I think is becoming more popular, electro mods. What do you think about them?
I haven't really dabbled much into that yet. I feel like electric cars are definitely, that's the direction that the whole industry is moving into. And so it's like, I'm 34 years old. I feel like those aren't going anywhere. They're going to become more and more prevalent. And I think it's just a matter of time until I myself probably embrace some part of that. But I'm not quite there yet. I'm not quite ready yet. Sound matters.
Yes.
A lot.
So you don't like any of the fake engine sounds that we're getting in some of these cars?
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't. The truth be told, so when I flew in a couple of days ago, and my rental car is a Mustang, and it's like a 4-cylinder turbo Mustang, and it's like the most synthesized, but all modern cars are guilty of that.
Yeah.
They all do it now.
Even if they don't have a reason to be, it's like you have a full combustion engine, just slap an exhaust on it. But even with emissions now, you can't have cool exhaust on smaller engines.
No, and it kind of feels like we're under attack, right? Like by all these emissions changes and all this stuff, and shutting down racetracks all over the place. And it's like, what are we supposed to do? I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be like that crotchety guy one day. It's like back in my, you know what I mean? But
back in my day.
That's just how it goes though, right? It repeats itself. So, I don't know.
I feel like that's one really cool thing about the Florida car scene is we don't have emissions and we don't have car inspections. The other day I was driving and I saw a Ferrari challenge car in traffic, and I was like, that's not even street legal, but people here they don't care. They don't care about having illegal modifications on your car or driving stuff that maybe isn't roadworthy. And that leads to a really interesting variety of cars.
Totally. You guys are spoiled over here. I'm very jealous. Very, very jealous.
On the downside, you have to deal with Florida drivers, so I
feel like everybody says that though. I live in Arizona now, and everyone says that about Arizona drivers. I came from California. Same thing. Oh, LA drivers. No one knows how to drive. It's just like, basically, most people don't know how to drive.
No, Arizona drivers really don't know how to drive. Like they're special. I have never experienced so many random up in Scottsdale and Phoenix, so many supercars on the road on the daily that just do not know how to drive their cars. But I think a lot of the people here, I don't want to say all of them, but I feel like a lot of the people here take pride in actually driving their cars, even though many of them are show quality condition.
Totally. Well, this is FuelFest, right? So this is a place where you're going to find people that enjoy driving, right? I think obviously the vast majority of people on the roadway could care less. Like a car for most people is like a means of transportation to get from A to B. They're driving a washing machine, you know what I mean? Like they don't care as long as it's reliable. For some people it's a chore, right?
But what a way to live.
I
wish that was us. We would, I wish I could just get in my car and go somewhere, just a Toyota Corolla, a stock Toyota Corolla, and just get in the car and go somewhere. I don't think any of my cars do that, but a cheaper, happier way to live than this.
I guess it's kind of like the ignorance is bliss thing, if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is when you look at the millions of people that drive, like it's a very small subset of people that actually enjoy driving the car. Like whenever I go anywhere, it's like, oh, who's gonna drive? It's like, I will. Like I don't care if it's my car or not. Like I would much rather drive than be a passenger. Like it's way more fun, and I don't care what it is.
My friends and I would rather each drive separately than drive together and not get to drive someplace. We're headed up to the Amelia next weekend, and instead of just taking 2 or 3 of my Cayennes, we're all going to drive our separate cars for 3 hours for no reason. You can't park up there, but
totally dig it.
Just for the experience of all, like, there's just a feeling you get when you're on the highway with all of your friends driving your cars. It's like the best feeling in the world.
100%. So. I totally feel you on that.
What are you most looking forward to today?
Oh man, it's just like that's impossible. So every show, right? This is our repeat. This is the second time we've ever been here in West Palm, and like we always we send out these little questionnaires, and we read through all of them. We want to know people's feedback because we want to make the shows more enjoyable and better every year.
Of course.
So this room that we're actually in right now is different. We didn't have access to this building last year. This was like back of house, and we're like, well, we went to Japan in August, which was incredible. And Japan is short on space, right? Especially like in Tokyo, they do all of their little get-togethers and meets like in parking structures, like underground. And we certainly don't have that here, but that was kind of the idea. Is like it's this smooth pavement in here. It's pretty neat. But I don't know. There's a lot of new things. I'm excited to be in here and walk around. And I just came in, and I don't know. The drift is fun. It's just cool seeing all the different makes and models at our show. We're not making model specific, and that was the whole point. And so you never know what you're going to see. And so I'm excited to walk the show and check it all out.
Awesome. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us today.
Are you kidding me? Thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here.